Hello everybody, today I have for you a hat format deck. This hat format deck involves reptile monsters with gadget monsters. It's one of my favorite and I hope you enjoy. First up we have our 9 gadgets. We play all 9 of them because we really need to consistently be summoning gadget monsters. Without them we're making rank 4s in an inefficient manner and that's just not acceptable. Next up you have 10 goldfish. 10 goldfish allows you to normal summon it and then special summon another level 4 from your hand. This is good because it is machine and allows you to make Yurgian X, but it's also bad because if its effect gets negated, you will be stopped right in your tracks. That's something it doesn't share with any of the other extenders. Photon Thrasher can be special summoned first, and then you can normal summon your level 4 extender, which is very good in that regard, but it's also bad because if you draw it in the mid game, it has no value if you have an established board already. Kagato Kage is probably the best of them all. When you normal summon a monster, you can special summon from your hand, not once per turn, which means you can use it with cards like double summon or chain summoning multiple times in a turn to make 3-4 rank 4 monsters. Next up you have double summon, which gives you an extra normal summon. That is good with a single gadget. It can also be used in conjunction with Kagato Kage, as I said, or Tinplate Goldfish 2 to get even more rank 4s going. Next up is chain summoning. Now chain summoning is an interesting card because it has to be activated as chain length 3 or higher. And that can be quite difficult to do if your opponent's not activating anything, like on your first turn. You can use it with Kagato Kage in a gadget though, because you can normal summon the gadget, activate effect chain link 1, chain Kagato Kage, and that will give you your chain link 1, 2, and then chain link 3 chain summoning. At that point, you could overlay the gadget in the Kagato Kage, make a King of the Feral Imp, search another Kagato Kage, and then use your second summon from your chain summoning to make another King of the Feral Imp, and so on and so on. So it really allows you to spam the board with rank 4s. If you're doing this on your first turn, your opponent is not going to be able to keep up. Because on your second turn, you would be able to search once again if they didn't clear your whole board right away. Next up, you have Soul Charge. Soul Charge is particularly powerful in this deck because all your monsters are level 4. It'll allow you to make rank 4s very quickly. You could also very easily go Direwolf, pop a card, summon the monsters you use to make Direwolf back to the field, and keep doing your plays from there. Very versatile in that manner. Next up, you have Machina Gearframe. Machina Gearframe is a very powerful machine type monster you can search with Yurgian X, but it's mostly for the Machina Fortress, which has a lot of utility in this deck. Not only is it easy to summon by discarding a gadget you know you're going to have, but is also level 7 and can be used with other cards I'm going to mention to make rank 7 monsters. Next up, you have your Reptile engine. One Evil Dragon Ananta can be summoned by banishing all reptile monsters you control or in your graveyard. It gains 600 attack and defense for each. You play 8 other reptiles in this deck, so that means you could potentially have 4,800 attack and defense, which is very powerful for pushing for game. It can also be used on the end phase to destroy a card on the field, so it has some extra utility there as removal. Next up, you have 2 Gentlemander. What makes Gentlemander unique is that you can special summon it from your hand when your opponent declares an attack, and then it has to be attacked. If you were to have 2 of them out, it would create the classical dupe lock, which would prevent your opponent from being able to attack at all. And this is particularly good because it summons itself in the battle phase, which means your opponent has little opportunity to prevent it. They're also level 4, so they can be used as extenders to make rank 4s. Very good. They can be searched off the Feral Imp, so they're very easy to access 2 of. Definitely the reason that I even considered making this deck is that this card really made my brain, blast. Next up, you have Redox. Redox is very good as level 7 with a deck full of Earth monsters. It can be summoned very easily. It also acts as a reborn, which is useful in this deck, as it will allow you to bring back gadgets to search another gadget and then make rank 4. Gores has extra utility because it's a level 7 monster, which can be used to make rank 7s. Max C is the hand trap of choice because it is an earth monster, which has synergy with Redox. It also has synergy with Gores and Tragodia. Now, Tragodia is in a good place in this deck because you play so many level 4s. You can discard one of your level 4 gadgets, take a Fire Ice hand, or one of the other many level 4s in the format to make your Exceed plays. A very easy way to play around Fire and Ice hand. For the extra deck, you have 2 Diamond Direwolf, 2 Exciton Knight. Exciton Knight is very powerful in this deck, as it's very easy to make rank 4s. You can also purposely put yourself behind in card advantage to resolve it by not choosing to do a search. Cowboy for 800 damage burn. 1 Geargian X, only 1 because it's really all you need. You're mostly going to be making King of the Feral Imps in those early turns, not Geargian X, as it is more difficult to get access to 2 machines than it is any 2 level 4s. Also, as I said before, yes, you could search Tinplate Goldfish as an extender instead of Kakuto Kage, but Tinplate Goldfish does have those weaknesses. 1 Novel Chain to send the Redox to grave, so you can access that utility. 1 Draco Sack, 1 Big Eyes, your rank 7s of choice. 2 Silent Honor Arc. Honor Arc is the rank 4 you'll be going into probably the most after your first turn, as you need ways to remove your opponent's monster while pushing for damage. Last but not least, a Photon Papal Operative to deal with those decks in the format that set a bunch. There's a whole bunch of them. This will allow you to push for damage over them and get those games in when you really need to. So that's my Reptile gadget deck. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I plan to release some more deck profiles from decks in the Hat format, the Edison format, the Modern format, and even maybe a little Goat more in the future. Have a wonderful day and enjoy yourselves.